Hey guys, mtGnoob here. We're on our sponsor's site, planeswalkerslibrary.com. Check them out. They've got a full visual spoiler. Last time we did blue. Now we're going to do some black. Cryptghast costs 3 and 1 black, so it costs 4 for a spirit creature. That's rare. It has extort on it. So by now you should know that if you pay 1 when you play a spell, black or white, you can drain them for life. And when he comes into play, or whenever, excuse me, when you tap a swamp for mana, add 1 black to your mana pool in addition to the mana land produced. So he's a 2/2. So basically, the dream is play him on 4, tap your swamps, tap 4 swamps on turn 5, and slam a Gristlebrand. I think he's way too frail, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's a nice Dreamland card, but I don't see anything amazing about this card. So, take it or leave it. That's just my opinion on him. Nice artwork, but, more or less a 2/2's very vulnerable, and he doesn't give you an immediate benefit to tapping your swamps, unless obviously you play him after turn 4, which might be relevant. Alright, Gateway Shade costs 2 and a black, so it costs 3 for an uncommon creature type Shade. It's a 1/1 to start out, and it gets +1/+1 till end of turn for each black you pay. Tap and untap gate you control. Gateway Shade gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So if you have a gate, you can basically add another buff to it. So you can't tap the gate for mana and then tap the actual gate. So you can't get like, ooh, I'm tricky, I'm gonna do +3/+3. You got to tap the gate, and instead of it giving it 1/1 when you pump with the gate, you would give it +2. What's good about that is you might have an off-color gate that does not produce black mana, so you can tap that gate and still give it a buff. I kind of like this card. I'm always a big fan of Shades. I feel they're very powerful, and they take some skill to play correctly, and definitely more skill to play against correctly. So I like this card. We'll see how good it is. Usually a 1/1 for 3 that can't really protect itself isn't too great, but like I said, I kind of like Shades. Alright, this gets, so far, the creepiest art award. I would not want to be that guy or girl that this Thrall Parasite is going to probably embed itself inside their body. It's a Thrall creature, uncommon, costs 1 black, has extort, which is really nice, and you can tap to pay 2 life, remove a counter from target non-land permanent. So if things are getting kind of crazy with the evolve, you can slow that down a little bit. You can also remove counters from your own guys to help them get buffs. You can remove a counter from a planeswalker, and you're more or less going to be balancing out your life loss with the extort. I think the best part of this card is that it's a 1/1 and it has extort at 1. So I think more or less you can probably make a pretty aggressive beatdown deck with this, but it also leads itself to some tricky shenanigans. Verdict's not in on this one either. I can't tell if it's good or bad, but you let me know. Undercity Plague, wouldn't want to be this guy. Costs 4 and 2 black, so costs 6. It has Cypher. It's a rare sorcery. And target player loses 1 life, discards a card, then sacrifices a permanent, and you get to Cypher it. I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you that this card is probably, going to end up in your junk binder. Losing 1 life is kind of crappy. Discarding a card when it's a 6 casting cost spell usually is not very good. And sacrificing a permanent is also not very good, since they get to choose, and it's a permanent. So the thing about this is, if you pull this off once, it's garbage. But let's say you cipher it and encode it onto a good creature that they can't block. It's unblockable, or it's got hexproof, or it's a flyer. Then it becomes better and better and better, like most of the Cypher spells. But I don't think this one's fantastic. I think you might end up trying to tinker with it, see if it's good, but I think I'm pretty spot on that one. And that'll conclude our black. Spoiler alert, black is, in short, in short order currently, but I'm sure they're going to hit us with some really good stuff soon. Please check out planeswalkerslibrary.com, our sponsor, and make sure you check out the theMTGnoob, and I'll be bringing you the red spoiler shortly. Thanks for watching.